All right, SD crew, we're in the shop tonight. Got some new parts here to install on the one of the Losi Promotos here. This is the Vitavon bike. It's got the Vitavon Beadlock wheels on there, and we're going to be swapping those Vitavon tires for these Proline tires here. The Geo Max MX33 front, and that is made to fit the Proline wheels. They're for the V2 bead, you can see there, the Dunlop Geomax MX33 V2 bead M2 front tire for the Promoto MX. And for the rear, we have the Geomax MX14. That's the V2 bead rear tire for the Promoto MX. Now, these usually would only fit on the Proline wheels. I'm not sure exactly what they call them. They're probably the beadlock wheels for Proline. I'm not sure. I never looked into buying those because I already had the Vitavon beadlocks, and I've seen people online, they are actually using these onto those Vitavon wheels. So we're going to slap them on there and test them out. I like the tread pattern. You can see there. There's the front. Really nice. Here's the rear. It's a big scoop. It's directional. It goes this way. The scoops go forward like a paddle tire. So we're going to get these wheels taken off the bike here, and we're going to start taking off those tires because there's a lot of screws, as you can see, all the way around. Each side's got all those, so I'll be here for a while unscrewing those wheels. But let's get these tires. I don't think there's much else I want to talk about them. I mean, the tread it's soft rubber, but it's not too soft. I think they're going to last pretty good. They feel nice. And the foams in the inside are nice, pretty much like the Proline foams that have been coming in wheels for a long time. It's like a closed cell foam, so it's not going to suck in a lot of moisture or water, I don't think. I think they're closed cell, or maybe not. But anyway, they look a lot better than the stock ones, so we're going to throw these on, and I'll get them put on, and let's see what they look like. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, here's my other bike. This is the one I run a lot of the time. It's more stock than this bike over here. This is the full mod. I run the stock one quite a bit because I find it's a little bit lighter. Well, a lot lighter. And so when I'm smashing around the compound, I usually run this one so I don't damage this beautiful bike. And I save this one for videos when the crew's here, special events and stuff like that. But I do run it, and I want to get some better traction because you can see I've built my own tire here. This is a Vitavon rear tire, and I've glued knobbies onto it to make it a paddle tire. It worked pretty good, but I was losing knobbies as I was using it. They would break off, rip off. You can see one's missing right there from that section. And instead of redoing a tire, I just figured I would get these because I found them on sale at A-Main Hobbies. So if you want to go and check them out, I'm not sure if they're still on sale, but if you have the Vitavon wheels, or if you have the Proline beadlock wheels, or whatever they call those, and go and check them out. They were a decent price. I think it was $7.99 American per wheel, or sorry, per tire. And yeah, go check them out. They had two different styles of rears and one style of fronts. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking and get these wheels off. All right, I've got that front tire mounted here onto that Vitavon beadlock wheel. It went on pretty good. No complaints at all. I took a little bit of liquid dish soap and ran it around I'll show you on this tire here. I took some liquid dish soap and just ran it around on the inside of the bead here. Just a little bit all the way around. Just because this edge of the bead, here I'll try and pry it up a little bit. The edge of the bead there is what goes into the rim on the Vitavon wheel. So you just want a little bit of dish soap on that and all the way around, and that will slide into the groove. You push it down in place. I will show you when I get the back wheel off. I didn't take a video of doing the front, but I will do a video of the back. It went pretty simple, and once I got it worked in all the way around the bead, then I put the ring on. I put a screw on each side, tightened them down, not fully tight, just got them started, and then went to the opposite side and did another two, and got them in, and then just all the way around just worked back and forth and squeezing the wheel down and making sure it stayed in the bead, or the bead stayed into the groove. And it did. It wasn't hard to keep in there, and it looks great. It mounted perfect. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how it mounted. I was actually expecting to have to work a little bit more to get them mounted, to make them perfectly fitted, but they did it really good. It was quite simple. The tread pattern compared to the Vitavon is a lot better in my opinion. Here, I'll hold them up side by side. You can see. So a lot more aggressive, smaller knobbies on the Pro line than the Vitavon. These ones got big blocky ones, but the Vitavons don't wrap around the side very well, and so you don't get good side bite on those. So hopefully Vitavon will redesign their tires, because they weren't too bad, but they do need some better side grip in my opinion, and some better foams. So hopefully we can look into getting Vitavon to change those up, and yeah, then they'll have some winners. Anyway, we're going to get these tires put on. I'm just going to get this back one taken off the bike here so I can take all the screws out of it. But before I do that, I got to mount this front one back on the bike. So let's get that done and I'll show you what it's like. All right, I've got that wheel all mounted, that front wheel. Let's check that out. Yeah, nice. My brake's got a little bit of drag, just the tiniest bit. But yeah, looks really good. I can't wait to get that out of there at the compound and check that out. How it holds the line now. I love how it has all the Dunlop and all the official writing on the side, the arrow to show you the direction. Really cool tires, really cool. I'm glad I got them on sale too, so it wasn't too expensive to try this out. And I think it's going to work great. So if you got these Vitavon wheels, or if you got the Proline wheels, check out those tires. Let's get that back one taken off and I'll show you how that's done here. All right, I've got the one ring off the other side, and I just removed all the screws from this one here. So we'll pop that off. Take that ring off there, put that to the side over here. And now I'll show you what the wheel looks like without the ring on there. You can see it's all just machined threaded screws in there. And we'll pop off this tire and I'll show you what the groove looks like. 1 second here. All right, I've got that tire removed. You can see the groove there around where the threads are, on the outside of the threads. There's the groove there. And that is where the edge of your tire, the little bead, will go into that groove where my thumbnail is. It'll go in there and you just push it in nicely all the way around. Like I said, add a bit of soap to it so it goes in smooth and slides into that groove. So here I will get the tire installed on there and I'll show you how I put that glue on. Or sorry, the glue. I'll show you how I put that soap on. All right, I've got the tire here. I've got a little bit of this soap on my finger here. You just pull up the edge, put a little bit of soap all the way around the edge here. Run your finger around on that bead. Bit of soap on there. Oops, sorry, I'm getting my arm in the way. Just run that soap all the way around the edge, just to make that bead a little bit slippery, and it'll slide right into that groove. All right. Now I will get that popped in. 1 second. All right, had to wipe off the soap off my hands. All right, now just got to kind of work the bead in all the way around, just like that. If you can see how I'm doing there. Might take a little bit of patience for a couple minutes here. Once it gets worked in there though, it goes pretty quick and easy. The front one was really easy. I can see this back one will be a little bit more of a challenge. It fits a little tighter, but it's still going in there just fine. I'm just going to show you how to do this one side, and then I'll get the ring started, and then I'll do the other side after. But that side went in nicely. So you can see there's just a little bit of, you can see the reflection there. There's just a little bit of edge there. And as the ring pushes it down in there tight, gets all screwed around, it will push it all the way down in there. Just make sure it's uniform all the way around before you put your ring on. That the groove is, or the rubber is in the groove all the way around, nice and even, and the tire looks straight, and then you can start putting the ring on. All right, I've got that rear tire all installed. Looking really good there. Can't wait to get this out in the dirt. It's going to be a significant gain in traction, that back tire, especially with this lengthened swing arm I've got here from Vitavon. This bike's a beast. It's definitely going to be pulling some fat wheelies and ripping up the terrain at the compound. So yeah, I think that's about it. It went on pretty smooth. The front tire went on easier. The back tire was a bit more work to keep that bead in there. I had one spot on the other side. I'm actually going to take the ring off again. I just wanted to finish it for the video. I'm going to take the ring off on the other side and add a bit more soap to the groove and to the tire edge there, just to get the seat properly. I had a little bit of a spot. I can show you. It's not much. It was just one little section that I wanted to redo. Oh, here, hold on. This bike's pretty darn big. Okay, where are we here? Let's spin the tire until I can see it. You probably won't even be able to notice it because it's hard to notice. It's so minor. It's not even. I'm just finicky. Where did it go? Well, there it is, right there. It's just one little spot. You can't even really tell. And yeah, I probably shouldn't even worry about it. It doesn't seem to affect it when it spins. It's just the you can tell the bead isn't quite popped in on one spot. And yeah, I'll just add a bit more soap to that. I'll take it off, undo all the screws, add a bit more soap to that spot, and retighten it all up. Anyway, you're going to want to, if you're going to do this on these Vitavon wheels, you're going to want to use something other than the supplied little wrench that they supply. It says T8 right on there. I don't know if you can see that. T8, and I guess that's the size of the Torx size. I didn't have the torque bit. Out of all the torque bits I have, that was the only one I didn't have, the smallest one, and I wasn't going to run out to my big motorcycle shop to go and get that tonight. So I just did it with this. It took a while, but I would recommend you get the bit for it, and I will be getting the bit from the big shop to do this ring again next time. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know I rambled on a bit there at the end, but you know, always got a lot to say. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got something out of that video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go and subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a lot. And what else? Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the action here from the SDRC crew and SD compound. Anyway, we're going to sign out for the night. So, Screaming Demons RC, SDRC. Thanks again for watching. We're out.